Oh no, you're back. You're back. You're back. Now you're back. You're back now. You're moving. I can see it.
Yeah. Welcome to the Tuesday Night Lights podcast. I'm Lotus Zintas, along with a guy who would have more success under center for the Bears than Justin Fields.
That's
That
me.
that is one modest Colnage.
Featuring Wally.
Hey, Wally. On today's show, we're going to take a look at first rounders, the Chicago Bears, and the top quarterbacks in fantasy.
Okay, let's do it.
I know I said I wouldn't do a weekly thing, but I was reading so much about this, I had to talk about it.
Time out. Sit. Sit.
So
Sit.
I
Sit.
hope you're all ears. I hope Wally's all ears because I got things on my mind.
Oh yeah, we got big ones. We're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So big thing that kind of happened this week. First rounders. You for one lost a first rounder. We've had a lot of injuries to first rounders. Kelsey was out for 1 week, just 1 week, right?
Week. 1 week.
One
Big
week.
one.
We lost Cooper Kupp for a long time.
He's yeah. I mean, okay.
What till like week 5?
He was injured like before the whole thing even started.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to take him. Why can't I pull up our league here? Who else? Jog my
Justin
memory.
Jefferson.
We lost Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler for at least a week.
Yeah.
He was half hurt week 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jamar Chase is just kind of in a Burrow slump.
Yeah, they're waking up still.
Yeah. So, but that's a good 5. That's a good 5 out of 12 first rounders that have like, it's only 2 weeks, but you kind of want them to be your top guys.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
It's not ideal. So I heard that the vultures are circling
They are.
your first round pickless corpse.
Yeah. I mean, I still have him, but he's just dead.
I think you dropped him.
Oh, I did.
I saw that.
This morning.
Yeah. So he's done for the year, yeah?
Things.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Donnie was reminding me at 6 a.m. and then Melvin followed up at 8 a.m. and then you followed up at noon.
I just did it because Donnie did it. Because he showed me the text message history between you two. And you're like, man, I'm still in mourning. And I said, this is just a funny moment to try and get in. I have nothing to offer you. I don't have a good roster this year.
Yeah.
So,
it
but
hurts.
sorry, go ahead.
It hurts.
So good it hurts. Yeah. So Jerome Ford, any interest? No. You know what? Just because you have the lead back doesn't mean you want the handcuff when yours goes down. That doesn't matter anymore.
No. I mean, if this no, not even. Donnie has him. Donnie's got him locked up.
Yeah.
He looks good. Donnie didn't even want to trade him to me. Donnie was straight up. He moved straight to Madison.
Oh, he did. Yeah. Did you try it? Did you kick the tires on Ford?
I didn't because I have some guys that'll get me like 4 points a week, and then I don't want to really give up. Kamara's coming back in 2 weeks. I got 1 week I need to fill in.
Okay. So that's not bad.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're kind of in a spot where this matters because you're 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
You're leading your division.
Great start.
You were right. You said I don't have anxiety coming into this when we were last on. You were right.
Yep. Exactly.
So now you're just you're plugging the holes on this leaky barrel.
Yeah, we're gonna take this back up in week 4. I think week 3 might be like a little bit of a nice surrender.
Just a little dip.
It's gonna be an Antonio Gibson surprise, whatever that dude puts out. Hopefully it's positive.
But you didn't have an extra first round pick, did you, this year? And you're still 2-0.
No, I did not.
So
but I had
a
pretty good keeper with Chris Olave and then
Garrett Wilson. Who's still somehow unaffected by Zach Wilson. I know. 2-0. So the other 2-0 is the horse you bet on last week to win and shellac was Lauda.
Yeah.
She did just a plow job
She did. A
and
professional one.
she's leading the league in points for. So
Uh-huh.
what I want to come back to is she was one of the two people who had two first round picks.
Yeah, she did.
She
You're right.
had Derrick Henry and Tyreek Hill
Hmm.
via Asian Sensation.
Two good ones. Yeah, and
Two
he's
great ones.
too.
And the other one is Codless, who I traded with.
Right.
So, okay, he's 1-1, but what made me think that having an extra first rounder is like a big, big deal. It's a big difference
Normally.
if they hit and don't get injured and don't have Burrow throwing to them.
Right.
But imagine, someone else has a first rounder, and imagine you don't, and then imagine the person who doesn't sustains injuries to their two of their first 3 round picks. You know how wide that gulf is?
What are we talking about here?
Okay, I might be talking about me, but listen, it seems like a big gap.
Hopefully.
2 first rounders versus like the injured person who doesn't have one. Are we going to start seeing like a league that just kind of flips every year? So whoever kind of dumps, goes for it, is bad next year, and then you kind of have like a 50-50. Like you compete kind of every other year.
Do you think it's going to be like a all 6 rotate in and out?
That's what I thought, but it hasn't really happened that way. Nobody's actually gone in all that much.
Some people have, and they haven't won because of it. But Nigel did it, and he pulled it off.
Yeah, I think Eric did the year he
ago.
won too.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he went big.
But
So
it's also happened, and it hasn't worked out. With
but
Eric,
it is just more fun to push your chips in the middle.
maybe just don't trade first rounders.
Yeah. Unfortunately, like we've set the market. A first rounder equals half a year with a top 15 player.
Well,
We can reset it. It's hard to get out of that now, though.
where are the agents? We need
What?
to talk. We need to talk to the agents here.
Yeah, we need to talk to the commissioner. Oh, that's you.
No.
The other piece I wanted to get to was just the Chicago Bears.
What do you think of them? Did you watch them?
I instead of working today, I read and listened to so much Bears content only because I'm a Justin Fields owner, and I wish I didn't care about them. I'm not a fan by any means. But okay, let me share you with this. So I shared an article on the group chat. I don't know if you read it. It was a great piece.
I loved it.
I want to quote the author here. I don't even think. Okay, this is where it starts. I don't even think I'm capable of writing a "What's wrong with the Bears offense" piece. Not because I don't know what's wrong with the Bears offense. It's a big list, but because I wouldn't even know where to start or end. I can't figure out what's a symptom and what's a cause. Fields is playing so poorly that there's no way the offense could ever work. The offense is so poorly schemed and coached that there's no way Fields could ever look good. The offensive line prohibits any sort of offensive scheme anyway. The wide receiver play prohibits a successful passing offense. It's basically a 4-sided chicken or egg conundrum. It looks that way.
It's bad.
We were over here on Sunday. Donnie and Brian came over. We watched like a little bit of Bears highlights, whatever they showed on Red Zone, which wasn't a lot. I remember at one point complaining, we haven't even seen the Bears on offense in a long time. And then they came up and you see Justin Fields like step up into his defender, miss his progressions, never step out of the pocket, have no run plays called for him. I could go on. It looks as bad as it feels fantasy-wise.
It's shocking. Like it's such a shocking downgrade. It's like the Nathaniel Hackett thing last year for the Broncos. Like how embarrassingly and like apparently horrible that went. This was supposed to be like we're going up. Some people were like, it's the Jalen Hurts year. And
yeah,
I mean, no, this is gonna be bad. They have to. This is horrible.
Are they the worst team in football? Because at least the Cardinals showed something last week with Dobbs under center.
They can score.
They can score.
Cardinals can score.
I don't know if the Giants are good, but the Cardinals did stuff.
They did a little. They did a lot.
They did a lot. They hung for. I mean, they blew it. They blew a 28-7 lead, but we don't talk about that part.
It's bad.
I think Cardinals are. No, sorry, not Cardinals. Bears are probably the worst team.
So
There's a full hour and a half, and I don't know if you know about this podcast. I just started listening to it. The Full Go with Jason Goff on the Ringer Network.
I haven't heard of that one. Oh,
Okay, so he does everything like Chicago. You know how they have like regional guys,
oh
like they
right.
have a New York guy, they got a
Yeah,
Boston
yeah.
guy. So they have a Chicago guy.
Okay.
And the name of this pod when it dropped on Monday after the Bears loss was "Is it getting better yet?" And he asked the question, "Is it getting better yet?" And there's no signs that it is. The GM seems lost. The coach seems lost. The quarterback seems lost. The defense seems lost. Like Baker made them look bad, or the Bears made Baker look good. That's probably more the case.
My favorite part is the jabs, the secret jabs at the end of it to Chase Claypool.
Oh yeah. They were talking about how his agent must be so good that he gets mentioned during the broadcast despite not having done anything. Apparently, and I'm not watching him that closely. He's running all the wrong routes. He's not getting separation. Like the whole like where does it start? How would you how would you change this?
I would have got rid of him last year. Get
Who?
out of here. You're
Fields?
nuts. Not the quarterback. Yeah,
Fields.
get out of here.
Yeah. Cuz we saw this under Nagy too. They started slow, they didn't run the right stuff. And then whose playbook did they steal from? Was it the Ravens that they're like, "Oh, we borrowed run plays from the Ravens."
I think they got a OC. They like stole. They it was the Philadelphia. I think they started running some of that halfback dive stuff, like the quarterback power run.
Yeah.
Um,
And I mean even that, like you can just design a run play. He's basically Anthony Richardson. So what's the difference?
he's got to get out of the pocket. He's got to get away from his O line for one.
There's a great line that
Fucking
Jason Goff said. He's like, "Yeah, it's like asking Kobe to shoot left-handed." It's like, okay, we're gonna make you Justin Fields stay in the pocket, and try to throw, even though you're a great athlete who can run. We're gonna coach you to stay in the pocket and throw terrible passes.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
And they had a whole summer. They had a whole summer.
They had 3 years.
More, yeah, yeah.
They had 3 years.
They are on a 12-game losing streak, consecutive, which ties some really really bad teams like in the last 20 years.
I love it. Let me hear him.
I don't even remember what they are. I read this. Wait, it might be in this article which I have open. But here, you say something while I find it.
I wonder if there's a parallel between our fantasy league. Has anyone ever gone on a 12-game losing streak?
Did anyone ever go winless? No.
No, it was you. Wasn't it?
It was bad.
You or Giannis.
It was like the 12, 10, 12, 14. I think it was like double digits.
So,
I
came
yeah.
close.
Oh man, there's just some records. There's some records we all wear that aren't so good.
That's great. Yeah.
Okay, so I got a list of teams here. So Gase's Jets lost 12 in a row. Dennis Allen's Raiders.
Oh, I remember.
It gets worse. It gets worse. Rod Marinelli's Lions. They were bad.
That was like before Stafford bad.
Urban Meyer for the Jags.
Oh, fuck.
Well, Doug Marrone before him. But collectively, they lost. You know, they had a coaching change and still lost that many games in a row. And then Mike Patine's Browns.
That's horrible.
Not good. Not good company. And yeah, I don't see how it gets better. I shouldn't care this much. This is what fantasy does to you. You start caring about teams that you never thought you'd care about, and then you might have a team that you just like. They'll win the Super Bowl, and you won't give a shit.
Why didn't you keep, or why didn't you draft Jalen Hurts this year?
Because he was going to be pricey. I thought no, because we've had years where you had running quarterbacks that just have a super high floor. Like I had Kyler, who was cheap when I kept him, great value. Hurts was great value, cheap when I kept him. I thought I could do it 3 times in a row with Fields. And the Chicago stink did me in.
We were watching you drop that guy.
Who?
Fields as like your primary dude because you always go for the running quarterback.
I do. But I didn't draft him. He was a keeper.
A lot of drama. That's a lot of drama and a lot of weight. Who's your backup?
Jordan Love,
Oh,
which is a
did you just pick
perfect
him up?
which is a perfect segue. We're tight on time. I got to
Hey.
catch a ride soon in volleyball.
Mm,
But what I wanted to bring up and was brought up in our chat, the top QBs in fantasy in our league, Kirk Cousins,
yep.
Tua, maybe
Uh,
Tua, Jordan Love, and then somebody else. Basically, two NFC North QBs and dead last, as far as I'm concerned. He's dead to me, Justin Fields.
so bad.
That's kind of incredible. There's also buzz that Kirk Cousins might go to the Jets.
Did you trade for, or did you start Love this week? Cousins,
No,
Herbert,
next
Love.
week. Oh, Herbert, Love, Tua? Is that
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
That's the top four.
I'm starting Love next week. He's a rookie quarterback, but he'll do better. Like I have nothing. I have is it like would you drop Fields in my position? No.
Yes.
Really?
Well, I mean, do you need depth? Do you need project players?
I mean, I might be like two and whatever by the time the season ends.
Put
I'll take all your projects.
them on the back. Put them on the back burner. Put them on the back burner. Get rid of actually, you have Aaron Jones coming back. The thing with Jordan Love is that I think they're going to scheme it so that he's not really in tough situations. Like he's not going to be throwing 3 picks a game.
Yeah, 3 touchdowns, but like 150 yards. So he's not slinging it. I think they're playing it safe.
No. I think it's make it easy, make it easy, and make it work.
Yeah. Gotta run. Anything you want to wish our fellow league mates for the week ahead?
I want to wish Laura congratulations that she's 2-0, but she's also first in points for, which I think
by a margin.
And then I want to request that Nigel gives me a very nice cheese board for the cheese bowl last week. That was great. And then I want to know, have you done any side bets yet?
No, didn't come to fruition.
All right.
But where's my paella?
We're going to talk about it.
Times
October.
2. Okay. Oktoberfest paella season. All right, I got to run. We'll talk to you later. Sorry to cut you off. We'll do it again.
I heard Cam Akers is on the run too.
He's a bum.
Check your notes. Check your notes. Check them.